Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, start out your praise on and glory to you. Hashem, 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 Crackwood. Shalom, and shalom. In this lesson here, I just want to get into health. I pump this show out, get it out of the way. I just double honestly, honestly, positive. So I praise and glory to you. Hashem, Hashem, Crackwood. In this lesson here, I just want to get into health. Now, brothers already know, and us in the streets, we already know how important our health is. Let's get some scriptures here in the book. If you're new, then stay tuned, be informed if you choose to. Eventually, you yourself, you're going to get more into the health yourself, which is a command of the Lord, whether you want to or not. It says, actually, I'll get this here, and I should have it in my notes. I have this right here. It says, instant pleasures will make you feel good for a minute, but a low morally mindset. Certain days, because we're in Babylon, you will still be tired or not sleep, but overall average you will feel a higher, better performance spirit. So some of the things like exercise, our apostles been teaching it a lot. Like a bar to hard on the walking. Myself, what works better for me is running, even if it's just a quick sprint through the neighborhood. I just go ahead and do that after work. And it's like, even if it's just 10-15 push-ups and then 10-15 sit-ups. And then a couple of planks for like 20 seconds. It's 40 seconds. And that's just quick, that's just really nothing. On the days I've already been working out and want to lower it, even if I did that today. But diet and health, it says Sirach 37. Don't feel that you just have to have all sorts of fancy food. Don't be a glutton over any food. 30. If you eat too much, you'll get sick. If you do it all the time, you'll always have stomach trouble. And that's a cut to me, myself, right now, because I've been having stomach trouble too. And that's another thing, even if you are eating healthy, you don't want to eat too much. As a certain quote from a Roman or a Greek philosopher, what they call the father of medicine. I believe his name was Heraclitus. They call him the father of medicine, which really I believe Sirach was written. Could have been, not really, but even in Ecclesiastes, I'm gonna try to look this up, because Solomon was the ultimate Stoic, really, before Stoicism was even a thing. I remember I made a video about that a couple of years back on my Rumble page. Here, you want to go check that out. You may have to go back a couple of pages back. Scriptures about health in the body in the book of Ecclesiastes. It says, Ecclesiastes 3:3. this can work. They say here about that. I'll just get the scripture first. They say about this. Ecclesiastes 3:3. Yeah, because ultimately it goes deeper than just wanting to be healthy. Because you think about it, when you go when I've been reading about going all the way back to the beginning and front to back, I've been reading the scriptures and it gives you a more broader whole. For me, it just gives you more. It refreshes all you on the history completely. If you read, for me personally, if I read it from front to back, that's what I decided to do recently. And I read about how Ahab had and Ahab was a wicked ass nigga, and I believe today he would have come back as a nigga eating all types of processed foods. But when you go back to the top of Israel, he coveted a vegetable garden, not a processed food McDonald's. He coveted a vegetable garden, and this was Ahab to make vegetables out of. So that just shows you how, and you know Ahab would be hooked on these processed fucking foods. He might be on his health more so now. I believe personally Ahab is my older brother, related to me. I believe he's Ahab, but and that nigga would eat processed foods, McDonald's, not to put his business out there, just to talk down on the man, but no disrespect, but I'm just mentioned to give him as an example. And last time I checked, which was probably already a year from that, but yeah, last time I seen him, he was eating more on the health tip. Thanks to me, I believe that was thanks to me personally. But he's been more on his health tip. He's drinking his turmeric. He's lowered the McDonald's to once a week. He used to always eat McDonald's every day. Last time I saw him, he was more in shape. He's bigger than me. He's my older brother. Dude's bigger than me. Even a bigger, decent size than most dudes his age. And Ahab back in that time, he coveted a vegetable garden. Niggas today ain't coveting no vegetable garden. So that just gives you an idea of how healthy our people were eating back then. Instead of wanting to eat McDonald's because they're addicted to that or junk food like Cheetos and shit, the Flaming Hots and shit, Takis and shit. Me personally, I had an addiction to Takis for a minute. Not recently. Last time I had a bag, I ain't gonna lie, was 4 months ago. That was the last time I had a bag of that, and I really don't wish to go back to that, honestly, or eat one Taki ever again, Lord's will. But back then, instead of that shit, our people were coveting vegetables, man, or fruits, natural fruits that were organic, healthy. So I just looked at that and thought that was pretty amazing. Even in Israel's lowest time in the famine, when it says a cow dove's dung and the horse's head, even that is still more healthy, even though a donkey's head is still off. It's unlawful food, but even that is way more healthier than the fucking processed shit. I would even say, man. Technically speaking, if you actually think about it, that's a cut to me, man. So yeah, man. And even when you think of Israel, when and these were the 2/3, when they were complaining about going back to Egypt, they were craving actual healthy foods though. So that just gives you one, and those were the 2/3 niggas today who today are eating these processed foods. So even back then, it was like the food, the way they ate was completely different. And that's the scriptures, right? How is Israel become a degenerate plant? Is the homeboard slave. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal. And this can work with going into the diets and whatnot. Even the most wicked niggas in Israel weren't even eating junk food. Junk food didn't exist. That didn't come till the early 1900s. And then starting to use science, and which is your modern day witchcraft, you can say. It's safe to say. And putting chemicals like cocaine. Started with an actual drug like cocaine, which to even think of some shit like that, to take this from that to use as a weapon, that's mad wickedness. Jake wouldn't, even the 2/3, as wicked as our people are, even a 2/3 nigga wouldn't do that though. He might go as far as wanting to kill you for saying some shit hurting his feelings, even back in that time. But Jake wouldn't try to go above and beyond to find a way to destroy all Israel, because why would you want to destroy your whole nation as a whole? Even just doing that would be, that's insane, man. And that's fucked up. Scripture say not to murder your brother, but then that's fucked up. But Jake wouldn't even go as far as Esau has taken, which neither one is good. And basically, in a way, it's all the same amount level, but yeah, man, the Lord has definitely set Esau up to be the wicked, and yeah, 2/3 technically they are part of the wicked though, so I really can't. Yeah, but you get the point there. That's Ecclesiastes 3 and 3. And this is Sirach 37. If you eat too much, you'll get sick. If you do it all the time, you'll always have stomach trouble. Gluttony has been the death of many people. Avoid it and live longer. Gluttony has been the death of many people. Avoid it and live longer. And live longer. This is Proverbs 15:30. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and the good report maketh the bones fat. Isaiah 58 and 8. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward. So come on, man. So I want to go into this clip, because this is to me myself, man. Sometimes I still have that demon that comes to me and tempts me to go back to eat those, pick up a bag of Takis and eat that. And it's not off, right? But if you're honest with yourself, eating those foods kill you, technically speaking. Too much of anything could kill you, even if I decided to, just to give you an idea of how technically speaking it would be off. Just to give you an idea, if I were to run a whole lap and want to keep doing it and go for more, at some point, even when I know that some shit might kill me or take a toll on me and drain me, if I were to keep doing that would be off. Because the scriptures does say not everything is unlawful necessarily, but it may not be expedient. So technically speaking, if it's not expedient, if something ain't expedient, then technically would be off. And in the flesh, you hate it because it's hard and difficult to admit you're wrong sometimes, but it is what it is. You gotta try though. But let's get to this clip here, huh? There is a certain excerpt in this clip that I wanted to show you.
Why would they even include their opinion in this article? Like, it was like 18 months to eat enough quality food to eat. 2 or 3 years is mind blowing. It immediately made me think of that little baby Cuba from that British fast food babies documentary, the one who was like eating processed foods.
The title of this is When You Spend Your Entire Life Eating Ultra Processed Foods. Our channel is you women have no business speaking and showing your face like this, so I'm not even going to show her channel. It's on the screen there if you want to look into this video, because she does give out information. And it's unfortunate that we gotta have to get information from a woman, because you women have no business really teaching and show off knowledge. So even that may look like nothing to you simple ass woman. If you're a woman and that just bothered you, your level of humility is very low. You're weak. Let me go this way.
With higher levels of sugar, salt, fat, and additives. While many people addicted to food will say their symptoms began to worsen significantly in adolescence, some recall a childhood focus on ultra-processed food. By age 2 or 3, children are likely eating more ultra-processed foods in any given day than a fruit or vegetable, especially if they're poor and don't have enough money in their family to eat enough quality food to eat. 2 or 3 years is mind-blowing,
and that's really a lie, to be honest. You can easily buy a bag of rice and a bag of beans from Walmart, some olive oil, all that shit costs. All that shit would cost you is last time I bought a bag of rice for and that's why it's good to stay away from these processed foods, because ultimately they won't give you enough nutrients inside of you to fill you up for a whole 20 hours. If depending on how long you eat that way, you'll even be able to go and end up going longer than 20 hours, believe it or not, without eating. Because your body's actually starting to get more nutrients built up in you, stored within you. That's what keeps you from craving and wanting to eat more. And the more you do that, the more you'll be able to go longer without food. You won't even be craving food, which you may not be comfortable with. You may not like the idea of that because you're used to craving things and then getting that craving, which gives you a dopamine, which builds an addiction to it. But ultimately, that's unnatural to have that constantly. Yeah. Yeah, the other day I bought it. My oil cost me 15. My organic olive oil. That usually lasts me for like 2 weeks. Just myself. Bought that. And I bought a and you can even get a bigger one than that one for about $10 too. It won't be as the one I bought is pretty upscale quality. The other one might not be. Yeah, then I bought a bag of rice, jasmine rice. It was a good amount of size. The one I bought, that could last me for, I think 2 months, 2 whole months. And especially the way I'm planning to eat now, which is just one bowl. I plan on just eating one full bowl now of that beans and rice with low salt. I got a tablespoon of salt. I measure my salt now myself because I noticed that it's the salt that's been giving me heart problems ever since I lowered the amount of salt I put in my food. I noticed that I've started eating way more healthier. I mean, my heart's been feeling way better each day. And also the amount of sugar. I really don't consume much cane sugar. Most sugar I consume is from fruits. Now at this point, watermelon. I still buy watermelon this season. But yeah, man. That bag of rice cost $6 something change. It's that bag of rice, the amount it has in it. Like I said, it'll last me 1 month, maybe even 2, if I start eating the way I just said I'm planning on. And that little bag of rice, which that one could last me a week and a half. And it's a small bag that would cost $2.07. You can get a cheaper one for $2. It's still decent quality. The one I still will fill you up. Probably not as more upscale as the one brand I bought. That just cost me 68 cents more. So altogether, that's $6 something change, $2 something change. And the olive oil, that's really cost more. And altogether, that'll be $25, man. $25. That's way less than what you fucking niggas will go and buy at a McDonald's for one Big Mac meal, and then one kids meal. That shit would cost you $30, and one didn't even last you more than 1 day. So it's no excuse saying, oh, it's costs too much money to eat healthy. No, you're just making excuses and you're lazy. And I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all avoid it. If I was to try to be in denial like you people, I would have to kill myself. I'm not even joking. Because I'm the type, the Lord has given me the kind of spirit to not even deny the truth that heavily, that it will fuck me up. And that's really love right there. When you think about it, that's really love right there. So, you niggas that don't eat healthy, you're gonna end up destroyed with the missiles, man, because there's no excuses to not be eating healthy right now. That's why you niggas are fucked up and have demons in you. Let's keep playing the excerpts.
Children are likely eating more ultra-processed foods in any given day than a fruit or vegetable.
And honestly, bro, it's not even about the cost. It's about Especially if you have children. Think about your children, man. Why would you want to poison them and keep serving them that fake ass chicken McNuggets bullshit? Yeah, it smells good. It may smell good to your nose, and it's addictive, but it's not real food, man. That shit ain't real food.
Especially if they're poor and don't have enough money in their family to eat enough quality food to eat. 2 or 3 years is mind-blowing. It immediately made me think of that little baby Cuba from that UPF. This is a UPF. This is a UPF. Most of the kids' aisles are UPFs.